Okay, again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our call this morning. We do have a special guest, but before I bring our special guest on, what I want to do just kind of reiterate again a little bit about Dr. Wallach's message of 90 for life. And basically, guys, the bottom line is that literally our foods are killing us, our diets are killing us. We eat more processed foods. Things have changed. We have a lot of genetically modified foods, and not only that, our soils are so poor in mineral content that we can't possibly get from our diets the things that the body requires in order to move itself toward a state of health. So that's one of the major reasons that we are suffering, and Dr. Wallach is spreading that message. And not only that, he's making a difference because he's put together the 90 for Life program, and basically what that is helping people to understand that in order for your body to move itself toward a healthy state, you need 90 essential nutrients on a daily basis. There are 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 3 essential fatty acids. That's what the body requires. So if you're not getting that on a daily basis, guys, you're slowly shortening your life. I mean, that's the bottom line. So today on the phone, I have with me a special guest, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. You got on the mod side with me, and it's just welcome to our call this morning. I feel so touched and inspired, especially when I have guests on, because I know that we are out there, we're making a difference in the world, and we're just trying to touch people's lives to let them know that, yes, there are things they can do for themselves, but they may not know that. So one of the purposes of us being on this phone day in and day out and talking to people and going to seminars and learning and so forth is to be able to help society. So we appreciate you getting on with us, and by you just being here, I know you've already helped someone, even though they haven't heard what you had to say. So, Jackie, could you just maybe share a little bit of your background, like who you are, maybe a little bit of what you do, and then I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Well, first of all, work. I do work. I work in the evenings, and I babysit during the daytime. But now, I don't want to sound redundant or anything, but taking this supplement that was referred to me by Sam is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've been suffering with pains in my pelvic bone, my left knee, right shoulder, 3 fingers for the past year. Now,
Before you go on, I want to just ask you a couple of questions about that. Now, it started a year ago with this chronic pain that you had. With the chronic pain that you had, did you get signs and symptoms, little things that happened before you got to the stage where you really began to get symptoms that are debilitating?
What happened was it just struck my pelvic bone on my right side was hurting for about 3 days, kind of bad, but not too bad. And then in about a week's time, it was hurting to the point where I could barely walk without a terrible, terrible limp. Mm-hmm. And then I went through that for about maybe 2 months. And so I went to the doctor, and they said, referred me to a specialist, and said that, I had MRIs and, blood work, all kinds of stuff going on, and said I had arthritis. And then in a couple of weeks after that, it was on my left side. So it was on both sides of my pelvic area, my bones. And I went to the doctors again. They did the same. I went to a different doctor, and they referred me to a different specialist at a different hospital. Same thing. They said, I had arthritis. They gave me meloxicam, some inflammatory medication. And I took that for about 3 weeks to a month, and it wasn't doing me any good at all. And
what was your pain? If you could put your pain, the discomfort you were having on a scale from 0 to 10, during the time when you finally went for that second opinion and they put you on medication, if 10 meant that was the worst pain you could have and 0 meant you didn't have any, how would you have rated your pain, you think?
I would definitely say a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5.
I'm serious. It was to the point where I could not get up on my own bed, and my bed is not that high, without the help of my other half. I could not get out of my car without the help. I could not step off of a pavement. This thing was excruciating pain, and it had me walking, horribly. You know, sometimes I would carry a cane, but I really didn't carry the cane in ignorance. I just didn't want to look like I was crippled. But I was actually crippled. And so that started, like I said, in February. And
now, if you don't mind me asking, just so people kind of understand, now I haven't met you in person, of course, but how old are you, if you don't mind sharing that?
I'm 59. I'll be 60 next month.
Okay. I just wanted people to understand that you weren't 90 or 100 years old having this
Oh,
problem.
no. And to be honest, prior to last February when the pain first started, I mean, to my knowledge, I always went to the doctors. I was in good physical health. Now, because I was really in denial that I had arthritis because it just came all of a sudden. You know, I didn't take a fall. I didn't, hurt anything. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't take a fall or hurt myself or anything to cause this pain. And this is, and it was all over my body. Like I said, both pelvic bones, my left knee, right shoulder, and 3 of my fingers on my left hand. I couldn't pick up anything with my left hand. I couldn't wring out a rag or cloth or anything. And I mean excruciating pain. And I don't mean no paper cut. I can endure some pain. This was excruciating pain. Now, I don't know if you want me to tell them about, well, I know you do, but.
Let me ask you a question about that.
Sure.
After you've gone for your second consultation and all the tests and the treatments and so forth, is a couple of months had passed by that time, right? What did you do
definitely.
next? What did you do after?
They gave me a different type of pain medication. To be honest, I can't even remember it. It begins with a B. But that didn't work either. I mean, I was taking this medication, but it just didn't work. They told me to exercise. I did the exercises. I didn't do them fluently, but I did the exercise. And the pain was so bad. It just did nothing worked.
Mm-hmm. Now,
and
after that, how many months had gone by this time? Was it about 6 months up to this point, do you think?
Maybe a little longer. Maybe a little longer because, I mean, it started in February, and I would say I endured the pain for, like, I'd say a good 3 months or something like that before I started actually going to the doctors and complaining, to my doctors, this is not working, please, do something for me. And they sent me to, like I said, I went to 2 different specialists, 2 different hospitals.
Okay.
They just couldn't find anything.
Yeah, during that time, I know you know Miss Kim, and she shared with you. Now, how far were you along with your, I guess, pain and suffering, I would call it, when she first shared with you?
Well, she had shared it with me. I would say, during the first couple of months that I was in pain, but I just didn't want to, I wanted to go to the doctors. I wanted to do what the doctors told me to do. And I wanted to take what the doctors, prescribed for me. I really wasn't sure or just wasn't feeling taking something that somebody else was telling me to do. I really, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
No, I said, I understand. Yes, I understand how you feel with that. Yeah, keep going. And so after and now how much later it was almost a year before, I know she told you about it a couple different times. It was about a year before you said you finally gave in. What is it that made you finally give in and say, okay, let me see what she's talking about?
Because everything the doctors prescribed for me and told me to do did nothing for me. It did not help. And to be honest, I was getting worse. Because I would say the last 5 months or so, I mean, I couldn't even turn over in my bed without my friend pushing me over, pulling me over, and I'm heavier than he is. Wow. And it was terrible, helping me in and out the tub, helping me to do a whole lot of things. And it was just horrible. But back in December, I think it was in December, I saw Kim, and I was telling her, again, how excruciating the pain was, and she was telling me, I told you, why don't you try this? I'm telling you, this is going to help you. This is, this and that. Now, I'm going to be honest. When she told me the price, I was like, oh, my goodness. But I decided, if this is at this price, if it works, it'll be well worth it. So I bought it. I took this I keep calling it medication. I know it's a supplement though. But I took this,
It's nutrition. You took the nutrition, and what happened? And what did you take? Do you know the name of it?
I have the brand name is Youngevity, but I have it's name each one. I have glucogel.
Yes, name all of them.
I have glucogel. I have this EFA plus.
Yes.
Okay, now let me run in here with the powder. I said one.
And you tangerine, right? And you tangerine, and you have OsteoFX, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fine. So you got what we call it the healthy bone and joint pack. Well, just so that the guests on the line understand what Dr. Wallach has done, he's put not only the system together, but he's put what he called the secret sauce along with the 90 for life. And so it makes it pretty easy to know that if you have a hard tissue problem, you got arthritic bone problem, you take the healthy bone and joint pack. So he's made it pretty simple. And if you do it according to body weight, you're going to maximize the benefit. So go ahead and share. So you started taking this. How long ago did you start taking it? When did you?
It's been about a month and a week.
A month.
About 5 weeks ago. About 5 weeks ago. I have to get this in. Within the third week, my friend said to me, "Oh, goodness, you got to be and stuff." I said, "I sure did." And in and out my car, I can get in and out my car. My pelvic bones do not hurt at all. Right now, I still have a slight pain in my knee and my shoulder. My fingers are fine. I got no pain in my fingers, no pain in my pelvic at all. I don't need help to get off the curb, the pavement. This is unreal. Now, I ran out about a week ago, and I ordered it again, and within 3 days I got it, and it was the happiest day of my life because I'm going to take some more. I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it other than saying this stuff works. I mean, it really works. I'll be smiling, look, wait a minute, can I get this in? My grandson was helping me in and out of the car, and I hadn't seen him in about a week after I was feeling better. And when I did pick him up, when I pulled up in front of my house, he jumped up. He was used to jumping out on the passenger side and running around helping me out. And when he got around me, I was already, I said, "Grandma!" He said, your legs are back. I said, "Yes." Oh, it's so funny. But anyway, this stuff really works. It really does. I don't know what else I can say.
Now, if you could have gotten that kind of result from your doctor that you went to, what would you have thought of that doctor if you got that kind of result from your doctor, your medical treatment?
Oh, I was very impressed that I had the greatest doctor.
You understand why we follow Dr. Wallach, right?
Definitely, I'm serious. I'm just trying to refer this to my sister, but she feels the same way that I did, over a year ago. But I'm telling her to look at me. Because she knows how I've been, wobbling around, ooching and ouching, for the last year, not going to family functions because I can't walk up and down the steps without holding on to the banister, real tight and taking baby steps, the one leg, up and down steps. And this is what I did for a whole year.
Wow.
And now I can walk up and down the steps without holding on.
Yeah, I can see that you've been blessed by what Kim shared with you, and I know it's a challenge for us to share with people because people, I know they have ultimate faith in their doctors, which is good. Nothing wrong with that at all. And so what would your suggestion be? How is it that when we want to talk to people before they even have a problem, it's all about if you give your body what it needs on a consistent basis, some of those things you're not going to run into at all. You're not going to have a lot of those problems that people have. But what would you suggest? What is it that we can do? What is it that we can say to share this kind of information with people so that they get it? Because most people really don't get it. I understand. What is it that you think we should do?
Well, you know, it's kind of difficult to say because I know how pig-headed I was, you know, and the only thing I can see is that for someone that just knows someone like myself, how I was, and then to see the after effect. Because, for instance, I don't know if Kim or anybody, I don't even know anybody that was messed up like I was and started taking this supplement, you know, and got better. Like, other than myself. You know, I know Kim takes it, but I didn't know her or if she was in any type of pain or whatever, you know, prior to. But, I mean, I'm a little story. I mean, I'm a witness. My friends and my sisters, you know, due time, if they see me often enough, they definitely saw me during the times, you know, when I was really messed up. You know, you know. So I don't know, because it's hard to convince people, because it took me a while. You know, to be honest, it was my last resort. You know, I didn't want to go through the rest of my life crippled up like I was. You know, I had to get scared.
You have to get scared. That's why you made the decision to at least give it a try. Is that what you did?
But to be honest, I was getting really scared that I was going to live the rest of my life the way that I was, which I saw myself, you know, leading to a wheelchair. That's how difficult and how painful it was for me to just walk.
Wow.
You know, my pelvic bone hurt so bad. You know, I need those to move. Mm-hmm. And it was horrible pain just to get up on my bed, just to sit down. You know, it's horrible.
Wow. And let me just share with you, we really appreciate you. We really appreciate you being willing to share your story. And truly, you've blessed someone. I don't even know who it is, but I know that someone has been blessed this morning. And the guests on the line, they already know that, or should know, that what you want to do is get back to the person that invited you on. But let me just say that, you know, when people are in pain, when your body has pain, it's a way of the body communicating with you to let you know that something isn't right. So what we do, we depend on our health professionals to tell us what's wrong and to fix it. And we all have the belief, until we get to that stage, that our health people can fix what's wrong. But oftentimes the problem that our health professionals have is that they diagnose, they name what's wrong, but they don't understand why it's wrong. And with any condition, if you don't understand the underlying cause of the problem, generally speaking, you're not going to solve it. Your body was crying out for nourishment. Your body was so malnourished, it's crying out to you in the way it can, and that's in the area of discomfort and pain. But when you gave your body what it needed, the body became happy. The body said, oh, let me release some of the stuff. And that's why you see it seemed like a miraculous response in a short period of time. But just saying this for everybody on the line, that when your body is crying out to you, it's telling you that something is missing. Something is missing. And because it's not a pain pill, it's not steroids, it's not any of that stuff that's missing that you're being treated with, what's missing is the nutrition. And when you give your body what it needs, it can truly do miraculous things. And you were about to make another comment. I was going on and on because I wanted people to understand that the body is talking to you. It's telling you something, but you got to get the message. If you don't get the message, you will continue to suffer. The body will keep producing pain until you give it what it's looking for. It is not looking for just pain medicine to dull pain. What it is looking for something that's going to cause some reparative processes to take place. And let me just say this for everybody on the line. The nutritional products is not intended to diagnose, cure, or treat any disease. Or you say, well, what does it do? It supports the body and the body's ability to correct itself. The body knows what to do. It wants to fix itself. All you have to do is give it the bad stuff that it doesn't need and give it the good stuff that it needs, and the body truly can do miraculous things. So, Jackie, you got some other comments you'd maybe like to share? You kind of get the picture of what happened to you now?
You know, what I'd like to do, I'd like to ask you a question.
Sure.
With, now, if I take, look, I really can, well, how long, is this something that I should take for the rest of my life?
Oh, absolutely. That's why we call it 90 for life. Your body needs nutrition how often? Your body needs nutrition every day. As a matter of fact, when people say their grace, for those that say their grace, they say, Lord, bless the food that we're about to receive to do what? To nourish our bodies. But the nourishment is not in the foods that we're currently eating. So your body is starving for nourishment, and therefore it begins to break down. There are many people on crutches. There are many people with all kinds of joint problems and all kinds of issues, even cancers and so forth, because of their dietary habit. Just today, there's a report out in the newspaper, and I think I mentioned already, that talks about our dietary habit is more severe than cigarette smoking as it relates to the different disease processes. And that's a study that was just completed. It's a medical study. I believe it's in today's Sun paper as well. I'm going to get it from my partner. I'm going to read that in a minute. But it's just showing you how chaotic our dietary situation is. But when you give the body what it needs, it can do miraculous stuff. And it's not just about joint aches and pains. It's about all kinds of conditions. But your body needs the 90 for life, for life. So, yes, I know I'm a 90 for lifer. I'll be taking it the rest of my life because it's made that much difference for me. Okay, so that was a great question, by the way. How long do you need it? You need it as long as you're breathing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, Jackie, we really, really appreciate you. And as I said before, truly you blessed someone else. And thanks for getting on the call this morning. And I'm going to just welcome you to Dr. Wallace's message of 90 for life and help somebody else. This is all about people helping people. And for the guests on the phone, make sure you get with the person that told you about the call. Get your question answers. And, hey, become a 90 for life like I am, okay? I don't mean go to jail for 90 years. I mean support your body with what it needs and it can truly do miraculous things. So, Jack, I'm going to open up the line to let everybody thank you.